Welcome to our video. I will be your host for today. My name is Dr. Juan Venancio, and I major in physics from the University of Pennsylvania. In today's video, what we're going to talk about is Newton's 3 laws of motion. Isaac Newton was a scientist that existed more than 3 centuries ago, but his scientific discoveries are still with us today. Alright, so let's get started with this presentation. The first law of motion has 2 parts. The first one that we're going to talk about is this one. An object at rest will stay at rest until there's an unbalanced force that acts on it and makes it go in motion. Now let's take a look.
Rasengan! Object at rest will stay at rest until acted upon an unbalanced force, causing it to move.
Now, that was an amazing Rasengan. Now let's take a look at the second part of that first law of motion. And it states this. An object in motion will remain in motion unless there's an unbalanced force that makes it stop. NBA player and see how that works in real life.
Ball player, crib in the Himalayas. Put my in the streets, you put your on the shelves. Big weight fish scales, bluebird in the mail. Feeling like blue clue, here come the mail, I wanna yell.
Yeah, check, I'm at the flooded protect. I'm at the jeweler 200 in cash. I tell that busting my neck. I'm with your bitch, but she busting it down. Busting it up and we busting her necks. I let it go and I in the mouth. She come in the kitchen, you love her to death. Ew, king that shit like Bruce Lee. Zone, no 2, 3. I won't.
An object in motion will stay in motion until stopped by an unbalanced force.
Now that we have a conceptual understanding of the first law of motion, now let's talk about the second. Alright, so the second law of motion is categorized as a simple formula, and that is F equals ma. Now, what does that mean? F represents for the force, it is measured in newtons. M is for the mass, represented in kilograms, and A is acceleration, represented in meters per second squared. So now let's look at a quick and easy example using F equals ma. A soccer ball with a mass of 3 kilograms is kicked with a force of 10 newtons. What was the acceleration of the ball? So, knowing that the force at which the ball was kicked at was 10 newtons, we can simply plug it in. And then also knowing that the mass of the soccer ball is 3 kilograms, all we have to do is work backwards and solve for the A. 10 over 3 equals 3.33 meters per second squared. And that's how you solve it. Alright, so in this time, let's apply Newton's second law of motion. So now let's take this ball right here. This snowball weighing at 0.05 kilograms and this other snowball weighing at 0.5 kilograms. If we were to throw it, in an instance where both of them have the same acceleration, which one will have the greater force? Well, let's find out.
Which snowball do you think hurt the most?
Of course, the second one, because the second one just pushed me back, almost as it felt like someone's gonna break my heart, you know?
Alright, so now that brings us to the last law. That is the third law, the law of action-reaction. That simply states that for any type of force acting on another person, there's going to be an equal and opposite force as a repercussion.
That's how the 3 laws of motion works in everyday life, and I hope you use it in the next physics test. I hope that helps, and see you guys next time.